All right, my friends. Trek's been doing some crazy stuff with the pedal assist because not only is this a class 3, but it identifies as a class 2. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another great episode of Bike Showcase. I'm joined once again by my co-host Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
Doing good, thanks.
Nice. Now, it's day before Thanksgiving. We recorded another video, and you're seeing this one probably a week after Thanksgiving or so. But I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and you didn't have to punch any of your relatives in the face, because that would be bad. That's bad for business. So, as far as that goes, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're hockey fans and you're into that stuff. I know I am. So, no, I'm joking, guys. And we're coming to you once again from Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona, because it's where the cool kids hang out, and me. And today we are talking about the FX Plus S1.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I didn't even have to look at our little cheat sheet down there. So this is, again, another new model from Trek that you can pedal as a class 3 up to 28 miles of assist, 28 miles an hour as assist, but you can also use the throttle, and now it becomes a class 2 up to 20 miles per hour. Guys, we are going to do a fireside chat on pedal assist, electric bikes, the difference between them, the difference between class 1, 2, and 3, why the vapors of the world are fucking it up for people who just want to ride a pedal assist, and why the Karens of the world are too dumb to figure out the difference between the two and they want to lump us all in together. So, another video for another day. But let's talk about this one. Now, this one is in the Commuter line for Trek.
Yes.
I am sure we will see similar to the Townie as far as the class 3, class 2. What's the other one? It's not the FX. The step through, the new one that just came out.
The Verve.
The Verve. I'm sure we're going to probably see an updated version of the Verve here pretty soon.
The current one is updated.
Is it updated?
Yep.
With throttle and
No
class
throttle,
3?
no throttle.
Yeah, see,
now.
that's what I'm talking as far as that one.
Okay.
So, now the thing I do like about the Verve, though, you can use the new one, that Gen 3, you can use a range extender to add even more range, where the version 2 couldn't. So some subtle differences there. But Trek's really going all in with the commuter bike, commuter-friendly bike. We have, and again, we're going to really get into it and everything like that, but we have some already mounts for a rack, so you can put a basket.
You're right.
Comes with headlights and turn signals, which Brandon's going to demonstrate for you on there. 520 watt hour battery, which is phenomenal, so you can get up to 50 miles. Uphill, is it windy? Are you chonky like me? Are you skinny like Brandon? There's, some mitigating factors there as far as that goes. Rear wheel drive, so we could save on cost. It's $2,100, and I'm sure people are going to beat us up in the comments. Oh, it's super expensive. You're right. $2,100 is not chump change by any standard, but you're getting a battery that's also UL rated and won't light your house on fire or your place of business because you bought it from some Indochina storefront on Amazon, all right?
Precisely.
Watch our other video as far as don't buy from big box stores for more elaboration on that. So how many more bikes in the series before we get started is this? Because this is the FX Plus 1.
Right.
So
there is an FX Plus 7. So
from
that
1 to 7? Wow.
So
okay.
that one is going to have a full complement of fenders, racks,
Okay.
those things, a few more extra little goodies on them, but essentially the same thing that you can do to this bike.
Okay.
If you want
It's still going to be that rear
later.
drive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're getting the accessories included with that 7, not necessarily, hey, add them as you go.
Right. And then this one line as well, for both the 1 and the 7, you also have the ability to get the stagger frame as well.
Okay, so this is
for shorter riders. Yep.
Yeah, so if you're vertically challenged, there's hope for you. Not to get taller, but to have a bike that actually fits you well. So, all right, Brandon. Well, without further ado, I'm going to grab the camera. You're going to friggin' go ahead and do our little, segue to get in there. And then I'm going to have you walk around the bike and show everybody this awesome cruiser. Now, I'm not going to lie. I like the Townie Plus better just because it's got a little bit more flair and panache.
Oh, the Townie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and it was rated for 50 miles too, and it got the light and everything like that. But man, that thing had some sparkle. That was pretty. It was pretty hot. The purple one's definitely the one for me. But if you're looking for something just good, just meat and potatoes, gonna get you there, get you home, this would be a good option too.
Right.
So, all right, let me grab the camera and let's go.
Okay.
All right, Brandon, no pun intended, but give us a transition.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
All
Okay.
right. Back to front, front to back. Which
Let's
way
go
you
back
want to
to
go?
front.
All right, here we go. The kind of the elephant in the room for the new FX is 650C wheels.
Okay.
In the past, all FXs were 700C wheels. As you may know, as you may not know, the dual sport is going away. So the dual sport FX will combine. It looks like this is going to be also the same setup for our normal analog version of this bike. So no more dual sport. FX will now have 650C wheels to them. A little bit fatter here. These are by 50s, so should be a very comfortable ride.
Right.
A little less efficient, I would say. A little less quicker than a little less quick than the FX. But when we got this this thing working for you, it really doesn't matter. What we're looking for is a nice, comfy ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're back here. We have the Hyena motor on there, and as you alluded to before, this is a 60 Newton meter, 500 watt motor. And yes, it is a bit of a step back in technology when we're talking about the Bosch systems that are mid-motor, but that's keeping that price relatively accessible to a lot of people.
Now, will mowing the lawn disturb this hyena?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Okay. Name that movie, guys. We'll just give you respect and a shout out. Oh, crap. We still have to give a shout out for...
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we'll record that after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll record that after the fact.
Very good.
Yep.
So we're back here. New lineup for Shimano is SA. I don't know why they called it that. It's very troubling to me.
Why?
SA.
Orala SA.
That's all I think about her. Get over here, SA. However, I do find it's a lot nicer
If you guys haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you're just missing out.
I kind of feel like this is nicer than Q's.
Okay.
I like it a little bit better. Seems to shift better. That might be just me. I'm sure I'll get lit up for that, but I don't care.
Yeah.
This feels really, really good.
And it looks a little different too. And where we have some of the adjustment points, or the placement looks a little different. Now, what we'll do here in the future, guys, in the near future, is some of these for like the Qs, for the SA, we'll do adjustment videos on these. Because I know some of you guys get thrown off when we're saying, hey, do your high limit, your low limit screw, this. If it doesn't look exactly to what you have, some of you guys and gals get thrown off, which is fine. And I get it, but we'll definitely do some videos on that.
Yep. So this is, like I alluded to before, 8-speed, and it's an 1145 spread, so plenty of range, especially for an e-bike that's putting out 500 watts. So pretty good. You have that kind of a through skew on here, which is fine for the back. I'm going to complain about it on the front here in a minute, but excuse me. If you want to come over this side, here's our brake rotor and brake caliper. They're Rush. I don't know how long those are going to last. Okay. They're made. They're made.
They're made.
They're Rush.
They'll stop you for a little bit.
Yep, exactly. I'm not holding a lot of faith.
Dude, I'm digging that kickstand though.
Yep.
That's pretty pimp.
Integrated kickstand on there. You can adjust the height on there as well. I do like that Trek is doing this integrated kickstand, proprietary one for their bikes on there. It works well. And the fact that they are including it on this bike is nice as well. Yeah. Some people get a little testy when the bikes don't come with a kickstand. So we're coming up on the frame now. This frame is a new aluminum. It's Alpha Gold. Okay. But apparently, according to what Trek says on the website, they are using a new method for manufacturing aluminum, which should be a little more eco-friendly. Okay. How much more I couldn't say, but if they're making strides and trying, hey, that's cool. Yeah. Here is that 650 wheel that I was talking about before. What I failed to mention is they give you a 36-hole wheel on here, so a lot of spokes. Right. Should be a pretty strong wheel. Sturdy, so a good move on that front.
Especially with that rear drive, that's going to definitely add some rigidity.
It's going to have a lot of torque, so having a lot of spokes, totally behind that as well. All right. GR0 tires. 50s, as I talked to before, should be pretty smooth with a little bit of capability off-road if you wanted to do that. Yeah. Coming up, we're getting towards the crank. Very Yeah, very
It is
generic.
what it is.
Nothing sweet there
It's
whatsoever.
an essay.
It's an yeah. And then, funny enough, these are the pedals that I hate so much that I tell everybody to ditch. Mm-hmm. And on the website, it tells you pretty much to ditch these and to upgrade them right away. So that's kind of funny that they're still speccing these. These pedals are awful.
Right.
They're awful. Inside here is our integrated battery.
Okay.
That battery, once again, is 520 watt hours. Mm-hmm. And as you said before, should get you about up to 50 miles, depending on how thrifty you are with the battery.
Yep. And that's kind of a good rule of thumb, guys, for the most part. For every 100 watt hours, you're going to get about 10 miles.
Right.
Give or take.
Yep. Conditions also are huge
everything
factors,
varies.
like we always say. Yep. Fairly straightforward seat posts, fairly straightforward
No
saddle,
dropper, of course.
But
look at that brake light.
You get a little bit of a brake light on there.
Yeah, and do the turn signals, Brandon.
Kind of fun. And then you get turn signals.
Yay!
Not bad.
Not
and it
bad
shows
at all.
amber on the side like it would a car as well.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool.
I think it's cool.
All right, that's kind of cool. Battery is inside the frame. It is fairly easy to get out. Nothing you want to do all the time.
Right.
So just like we always say, especially if you live here, take that into consideration. You don't want this thing cooking in your garage all summer long. You're going to want to bring this entire bike inside.
Yeah.
And while we're looking at the down tube where the battery sits, we got this thing, and typically
the Tesla charger.
Typically I wouldn't give a crap about the charger, but this one is pretty cool, and it's fast too.
Same one as a Townie. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So on the back, it comes with a wall mount. This can be removed off the wall easily. Your actual connection can be stored on that, and then to go onto the charger, it's with a battery.
Yep.
That is pretty cool.
Yep.
I
That's
dig
the
it.
new gen chargers for these bikes.
I dig it.
Now, if you have a Bosch or a TQ motor setup, you're not going to have that charger, just to let you guys know. That's for the Townie and for the FX.
For the Hyena
systems. For that Hyena system. So,
the
bell.
Let's move forward. This comes with the worst frickin' bell I've ever heard.
No.
It's awful.
It's the little bell that could.
I hate it. But you can get a new one. That's a fun thing. You can get a new bell. Comes with a bike, whatever.
Right.
Your turn signal is up here in the cockpit. Here's your 8-speed shifter by SA.
Yep.
Fairly straightforward cockpit, so it makes customizing the length or the width, whatever you want to do, very, very easy.
Right.
It does have this integrated cable routing, which I hate because it runs through the bearings, and I think it's stupid.
Yep.
But at least you can manipulate the cockpit fairly easily.
Yeah.
The display
got a nice kiosk.
Nice. I totally dig it. It's got a nice colors on it. It's got good information, plenty of information. It is compatible if you want to connect this with the Trek Central app. So you can get even more information, and you can customize the economics of your system as well.
Right. All right.
So
and then, of course,
and of
the
course,
throttle.
here's your throttle.
Yep.
I'm not sure how I feel about that still, but there it is anyways.
Yeah. For better or for worse.
Here's your rush
Oh, we got that
levers,
headlight too.
and then if you notice, this is your connection for the brake light that's on there.
Yep.
I also am curious now that I think about it, and I don't know the answer to this. We'll have to find out. I wonder if you use the brake, if it also cuts off the assist when you're in throttle. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that. It's a good question anyways.
All right.
Because I have a feeling it should do more than just activate a brake light, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
Figure it out. All right, Brandon, turn the handles again. Mm-hmm. Look at me.
There is your front light.
Big smile. Yeah, there's a thumbnail, guys.
Damn it. There is your integrated light. Of course,
Right.
it can be turned on and off via the kiosk here as you wish. Again, that nice sturdy front wheel on there with a lot of spokes. An aluminum fork on this particular one. And again, made it to that not so inspiring rush brake.
Right.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. I hate to talk trash about it already, but I just kind of got a bad feeling about those guys.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So, that might be all I have to say about that.
Pretty short and sweet, yeah.
One thing weird about this bike that I just found out, apparently they passed a new law in California. I guess banning throttle bikes up to 20 miles an hour. I don't know. There's a new
Now, is it a
law.
Class 2 ban or a Class 3 ban?
I have to look that up, but
Okay.
this bike is not sold in California, and we cannot ship it to California.
Okay.
But if you want to buy one and take it there, I don't care.
Yeah,
That's
you
up
can.
to you.
Okay.
That's all
Or
you.
you can just leave California and find a better state to live. I mean, there's always
there's
that. Too. So. All right, Brandon, anything else you want to
add? Weights.
Oh, yeah. As he looks at a makeshift teleprompter.
So in pounds, this guy is 48.7 pounds.
Okay.
And 22.1 kilograms on that.
For you Canadians that watch the channel.
The one thing I wanted to point out, another thing besides the brakes that I hit on here so much, it's got that through skew on there.
Right.
And that through skew, again, eliminates the ability to put this on a rack that has a fork mount on it.
Yeah, which...
I think it's bunk.
Man.
I hate it. I hate it. It's so stupid. So keep that in mind if you have a rack that requires a fork mount. But typically, most people now are going to have a tray-style rack that goes on the back of their car. So not a huge issue like it used to be, but
something to keep in mind, though.
Yeah, something to keep in mind. Absolutely. So yeah.
All right, take us home, Brandon. 1, 2. All right, Brandon. So pretty basic bike at the end of the day.
It is.
But it's also a very functional bike. And a lot of times when we see with, not just with other manufacturers, but with Trek 2, on the higher end bikes, we get a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of stuff that the rider isn't necessarily going to use, but now they're forced to pay for. Here we have a straightforward commuter bike, $2,100, rear drive, sturdy rims. I mean, not the lightest things in the world, but they're not going to take a dump on you. We've got turn signals, brake lights, pedal assist if we get a little bit tired. Just really nice. And that integrated charging system, I'm not going to lie, that is pretty dope for a commuter and everything. So this bike, at the end of the day, does have a lot to offer for that type of rider.
Absolutely. I like to think of this bike, I like to think of the person who purchases this bike is going to be leaving their car in the garage more and more.
Yep.
I think that's a perfect use for this thing. If you have a real safe and easy commute, leave the car at home, take this thing instead.
Yeah.
We talked about the price. It's not cheap, but it could potentially be a good investment, and it might pay for itself within a few years, depending on what kind of vehicle you have. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about a bike like this.
I think so.
What I don't like about the overall thing, I would probably pony up for the 7. Because I would want the racks, I would want the fenders.
If you're using it as a
if
commuter,
I'm using it as a commuter, I would definitely just do it right away, just get it over with, so you have all that stuff ready to go on day one, and not a lot of have to put forth a lot of thought. Just got back from Holland. Everybody rides bikes. There's tons of. I mean, it was almost stressful how many bikes that were there. But I like that. I like that culture. I like that people are using their bikes and leaving their cars at home. And this could be. I don't think this is the ideal Dutch bike at all.
Right.
But it can certainly be an ideal Phoenix bike.
Right.
For commuting.
So a couple things. The fenders. I will say I've never had a bike with fenders before. Bathsheba has fenders, and I don't know how I could go back to riding a mountain bike without fenders. I've saved getting mud flinged on me, cactus spines getting flung on me, rocks. I can hear them come up and hit the fender instead of coming whizzing at my head. So I love the fenders. And as far as electric bikes, Riven now makes 2 different electric bikes. Pedal assist. Yep.
The car company?
Yeah, the car company with the SUVs and everything. Wow. Dude, those things look sexy as all F. Now, I've already been asked by a couple people, Thomas, are you going to get one? I don't know.
Do it. Let's see this.
But if I do, we will definitely do a bike showcase on it. Because, like Brandon said, you're leaving your vehicle at home. I have a Tundra. Most of you guys who follow the channel know this. I have an electric motorcycle. I have a regular motorcycle. And I can tell you, since I've got those and riding the bikes, just this last quarter for maintenance, I was just over 3,000 miles less on the Tundra than I was the previous quarter.
That's all about.
Absolutely. Now, you might say, oh, Thomas, but your motorcycle, the one's gas-powered. It is, but at 70 miles per gallon as opposed to 14, that's still a huge economic savings as far as that goes. So just something to be mindful of. And again, we're not saying it's easy to do, to have a bike and a different bike and a truck and a car, this and everything, and that's not what we're saying. But it's nice when you have an option that will keep you healthy and fit by riding this to and from, okay?
Yeah.
Also doing a little bit of good for the environment and also saving some wear and tear on your mechanical vehicle. So that's all I'm saying. So, Brandon, anything else before we go?
That's good.
All right, my friends, like, subscribe. Well, if you made it this far, God bless. And then like, subscribe, bell notification icon. Helps out the channel, helps out the video. Links down below. Trek Bike Stores of West Phoenix is the most important link. Follow that link if you have any questions about this bike, okay? Yeah. Or anything else that you've seen on any of our videos. You can comment down below, call Brandon. He might not answer, might be one of his teammates, but they're all good. They're all competent and qualified, okay? Trust me, okay? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the devil's work, but we need it to get the word out for Get Out Arizona, okay? Group rides, group hikes. I always say the only thing missing from that fun is you, so come out and join us. Amazon link is an affiliate link. You follow that link, you make a qualifying purchase. You do not have to buy anything from our store, but if you make a qualifying purchase from Amazon, we receive a small commission, helps out with park pass money, gas money, and coffee money, the other trifecta we love so much here at Get Out Arizona. So, and I say we, it's actually me. I don't work for Brandon, you know, it's one of those things. But every little bit helps, guys, seriously. You guys know I travel all over the place and everything like that, bringing the trail videos to you and everything. And again, every little bit helps. So, definitely appreciate it. On that note, my friends, what do we always say? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards on the trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get Out Arizona.
My friends, we love you to death, and we will see you on that next adventure. Take care, everybody. Brandon, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.